Welcome back everybody to another video. Today we're with this Audi A4 and we're putting on a Borla exhaust system. This will be good for the 2-liter turbo and 2009 to 2016. If you have one of those cars, check this out, see if you like it, and maybe you'll go buy it. Like, share, subscribe, and let's get into it. Step 1, jack up the vehicle, get underneath. The Borla part number is 140315 09 to 16. This is a 2.5-inch exhaust, 3.5-inch tips. Here's a new exhaust starting from the back. You got the muffler with the dual tips, a mid-pipe resonator, and then the cap back pipe with the flex. Use a 12mm to remove the 3 nuts that hold the downpipe. Use a 13mm to remove the 2 nuts that hold this factory clamp from here to the resonator. Use some lube, spray this here, spray it all over, and then use a pry bar to pry this stud out of the rubber hanger. Lube up this here. You're going to pry this metal stud out of the rubber hanger. At the rear of the car, you have the same thing, a rubber hanger. Use a pry bar and lube and get it out. If you would like to transfer over the rubber hangers on the ground instead, then grab a 13mm and take the bolt out. There's another hanger I couldn't see up in here. This is towards the outside driver's side, and just use a 13mm deep socket to remove the 2 nuts that are holding it up over here. We're going to reuse the factory clamp, so we need to pull this off and put it on the table. Then we can scrap this. At this point, it'd probably be a good spot to power wash or clean whatever you want to clean in here. Feed the new muffler with tips through these same stock hangers. Grab this clamp, slide it over. Then we're going to take the mid pipe with the resonator, slide it in to this exhaust tip first. It's going to take multiple hands, like so. Slide it in. Now we're going to lube up these 2 mounts, slide the studs through each mount. That top nut on the downpipe, you have to use a wobbly and extensions and get it through under the hood. Here's what I used to get the top nut from the downpipe. Deep 12 wobbly, taped to an extension, taped to an extension, and then 2 more extensions. So this is about 3.5 foot of extension. And then the wobbly taped on so it doesn't pop off. I had to use a 1/2 inch with an adapter just to break it loose, and then I used the 3/8 to get it the rest of the way out. It says to reuse some of this stuff, like this gasket and the hardware here. If you're going to put new, cool. If you're going to put used, but clean all this up. And then use the copper exhaust spray to help seal it when you use it again. Alright, Borla. You want us to reuse the factory hardware, which is a press-in style piece, but all the holes have no friction. So all it's going to do is spin the non-bolt head. So, honest to God, what are you doing? So now, alright, whatever. We are going to grab some M8s by 1.25, which is a factory thread. We're going to put the bolts through from the top down, and then we'll put the nuts on the bottom and tighten it. Right now, I'm going to take a wire brush and clean this all off. Now I got 3 brand new 10.8s, M8 by 1.25. and I will hold the top while I bolt in the bottom, or vice versa. I guess it doesn't really matter how you do it, as long as you get it tight. Everything's cleaned off here. Now I'm going to take some copper spray. I'm going to spray this pipe, I'm going to spray both sides of the gasket, and then I'm going to spray the downpipe. I got the hardware started. You can see all the copper spray. Now we can tighten this hardware down all the way. Come back here, and you're going to push the clamp on far enough where you can lift it and put the clamp on both of these pipes, and you want it dead center. So pretty much it should end right about here on both sides. It should be equally distributed. Got these centered, and grab both pipes and push them together. Then we can put the hardware back in and tighten this clamp down. I had to use new hardware here. It's the M8 125 10.9 grade. Worked nice and good, nice and tight. This is all nice and tight over here. I'm gonna let the copper dry a bit before I turn it on. Now it's time to tighten these. This is the one here by the differential. Want to make sure it's slid in nice and good. Then you don't want this hanging down, you want it up so you don't accidentally catch it on anything on the ground. And then you see these cutouts? The cutouts is where you put it. So you want to see that little piece of cutout left, and then tighten it down like that. It crimps these two halves in on each other, and that's how it seals. Before we tighten that clamp, I'm gonna put this in, and it should be pretty level feeling, which it is. So we're back here, got it almost tight. I got a little bit hanging out, and then we just tighten it down. And torque that down a little bit by hand. Now that everything's tightened down, just take a look everywhere. Make sure you got everything hooked where it's supposed to be hooked. Make sure all the hardware is tight everywhere. And then you're done. So let's see what this thing sounds like, shall we? Here's a cold start. So it sounds louder, but it's not insanely loud. Gives it a nice grunty tone, but it doesn't make it sound like a straight pipe Honda. So we're gonna break it in. It will get louder as the material cooks in. That's inside the mufflers. All exhaust systems get louder unless it's a straight pipe, then it's just that the whole time. So we're gonna drive it a little bit, see what it sounds like, and then I will let you know if I suggest buying it or not. See what it sounds like inside. It's at 2,800 RPM. It's not very loud. It's noticeably something at least, but if you want exhaust but don't want it to be annoying, this is a perfect kit for you. I got the windows up. Cruising is no drone and it's quiet. If what you're looking for is a little bit more tone on the outside but still quiet on the inside, this Borla kit's the one for you. with all the windows down. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Once it breaks in, it gets hot and it burns in some of the packing material in the muffler, it will probably be a decent amount louder. Let's see. Good stuff. And the metal's good quality. The fitment was perfect. Didn't hit any kind of heat shields or any mounts or any kind of cross members, nothing. The fitment was perfect. So I would say pick it up if that's the style of exhaust you're looking for. Hopefully this video helped you guys out step by step putting it in or deciding whether or not to buy this kit. And if you did buy it, then you can use this to install it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Till next time, wrench on.